Hello, everybody. It is Friday, and that means it's time to talk about everything you need to know to write, publish, and promote a great book. My name is Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I am co-founder of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing. We go live every Friday with our superstar author, Joanie Lindenmeyer, author of None Better, An Amazing Love Story, and we wrote two books together, Joyously Free and Healing Religious Hurts, which you can check out at twosisterswriting.com or wherever you buy books online. So, Joni, we have a hot topic today, don't we?
I'm already laughing with this topic. I think it's the best. I think it's the best. Would you please introduce it? First off, you look fabulous. Good
Thank you.
day to everybody, wherever you happen to be. Just it's a brand new day, never been lived before.
Yes, I love that saying. So, our topic today is fun. It is Friday. That means the weekend, which for most people means having fun. But I'm here to tell you, and so is Joni, that writing is fun. Everything about a book can be fun. And we have to set the intention to make it that. Instead of saying, oh, I have to work on my book, I get to work on my book. I'm loving it. So, Joni, tell me how writing a book is fun.
You hit the nail on the head right there, Elizabeth. It's not a have to, it's a get to. It's an honor, it's a privilege, it's a mindset that you are ready to explode whatever needs to come out of you in words on a page for people to read and to have the attitude that it's fun while you're doing it. And
Hmm.
and that was so true for me for all three books. None Better, Joyously Free, and Healing Religious Hurts. And
Hmm.
I think the whole idea of fun is to surround yourself with an environment that makes it fun. So I have a
Yeah.
prop today. I
Okay.
live in Oregon. And so I don't know if you can see this little duck thing here, but
Yes. Yes.
it's something fun. It's something fun. I have at my computer a little device. I'm not home right now, but it's a device you can turn upside down and it's all these beads and it separates and then it has a great big smile face,
Uh-huh.
great big smile face. And that's what started my day when I started to write every single time with all the books is I would turn that over, put that right there by my computer, see that big smile face, and that just elicited fun. It elicited
Ooh.
fun. So how is it fun when you write? You don't know what's going to come out of you. It's like it's a surprise all the time. And I
Yeah.
love surprises. I don't, do you like surprises, Elizabeth?
Good ones.
I love it. Love
Yeah,
it.
good
That's
ones.
great. That's great. And I'll
Um,
take all kinds of surprises.
So,
Yep, yep.
Jody, I
So
love.
writing a book to me was a surprise. Surprise that I was doing it. Surprise that yes, I had my outline. I was following my outline. I had stories to tell. I had messages I wanted to put out there for the world. And to me, that was fun to voice my opinion.
Yes,
My
yes, yes,
opinion. That was the
yes,
best part. My opinion.
yes. I love that. So, Joni, when the word fun and the way you describe fun, it's not the conventional sense of like going to the carnival or the park or, roller skating. It is doing something that requires work, focus, discipline, commitment. But in that, that's where the fun lies because you're doing something amazing for yourself. And when you decide this is something I'm enjoying, because for me, writing is just bliss. I love the idea of sitting down, solitude, quiet, stillness, and I'm just like writing. I love it, love it, love it. But what you said about environment is so important. So my office has crystals, it has plants, it has pretty books, it has lots of pretty things that you've sent to me. It has natural light that's very important to me. I'm able to look out at something that I think is pretty. I have peacocks. I have peacock feathers that are from a Hindu temple in India. And I have gifts and things that my friends and family have given me, stuff my sister and son have given me. And so I have this environment that feels fun for me. And when my eyes come up off the screen and I look around, I feel energized and invigorated. Yeah, so that's
Yes.
really important. What do you think?
I think that's absolutely true. And related to that, this is going to sound funny. I dress for the occasion. When I sit down to write, or when I do a podcast like now, I love this shirt blouse that you and Catherine gave to me a couple years ago. I love it, and
Uh-huh.
it has a feeling about it. I make sure I have the right shoes, or the right glasses, or I'm looking the part. I'm in my game uniform. I think
Mhm.
that's what it is. I'm in my
Mhm.
game uniform, ready to not just perform, but to share the gifts and talents that I've been blessed with from above, that I can share those. And so, to me, dressing the part is like superior. I'm not a fashion model, but they make me feel good. They make me feel good. So even like I'll give a little secret here. Like when I go to Pride's, I have this certain pair of underwear with pink and white and little hearts and things on it, and they have a little
Mhm.
bow on it. I love to put those on. I love to,
Uh-huh.
it's like it just does something for me. It's my game uniform when you write.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So that's while you're writing, even when you're alone, you dress for the occasion?
When I'm alone, I'm not sure what that means, Elizabeth. What are
Well,
you
we were
asking?
talking about making writing fun, but you're talking about being out as an author and having fun. So that's
Right,
very
right, and,
important
and
as
also
well.
as writing. When I sit
Okay.
down to write, I put on my game uniform. I put on my clothes that
Mhm.
make me feel like I'm in the moment. I'm in the game. I'm in the parade. I'm not a bystander. I am in the parade.
I love that. I love that. So every aspect of writing, publishing, promoting the book can be fun. And let me just tell you, when you go out in a crowd and there's people and you're talking to them, it is a blast. When you tell them about your book, they get excited. I was at this beautiful networking event yesterday, and when I started talking about books, people's faces lit up. And one lady I told about your book, and they're like, "What?" And then I and my goddess books, they just get like, really? I want to read that. That's so exciting. So you don't even have to have the book physically in your hand, just talking about it and seeing that energy from other people to feel inspired and excited. That is fun.
Right,
That is a
right.
part of writing a book that you have to feel it to really know how amazing it is. So that should be incentive to keep writing that book.
There you go. There you go. And what thinking back, Elizabeth, I think one of the most funnest, is that a word? Most fun times about producing None Better, all joyously free and healing religious hurts, was you called it, and I didn't know what this word meant at the time, formatting and creating the book cover and deciding who was going to have a little quote on the front or in the back or in the middle or who you acknowledge, but the formatting, what kind of font, what kind of all that was fun to me. It was like decorating a house. It was like decorating your yard. It was
Mhm.
something new and creative that you
Mhm.
taught me how to do that. Would you talk about a little bit about the formatting of what that all entails, please?
You mean formatting the interior of the book, right?
The interior and the exterior of the book, the actual book.
Uh-huh. So it's really important to work with a graphic designer who sees your vision because your book was unique, Joni, in that you and Gail drew what you wanted, two nuns for none better, and with all the symbols of basketball, your gym shoes, a fishing pole, and other things. And the women are wearing nuns' habits, so it's clear that they're nuns, their outfits. And so you work with a graphic designer who can create the cover imagery and the branding, which is pink, which is whimsical. It has scroll font. Some people want big block letters. Some people want a very plain cover with no image. So you have to work with a designer who captures the spirit of what you're doing. And so we do that. And Deborah Purdue of Illumination Graphics, she totally got it. And we had some back and forth, tweaking, revising. That's important too. And then it was fun because your cover is very fun. Like I remember when you were here for Motor City Pride in Detroit and you had your None Better poster, people would stop, like, what is that? Two women nuns and it's a love story, huh? That really got people's attention. And it was a fun cover. It wasn't serious, like, heavy duty religion, that would, no, it's fun and that draws people in. just like our book, Joyously Free, which is rainbow bursting clouds. The cover is just so beautiful and it's fun. And it does deal with some heavy information and realities, but we make it fun. We want people to feel joyously free. So your book cover design should, if it's appropriate, be fun, and that will attract people to feel good. Some of the most powerful memoirs that we publish have very heavy duty content, like people getting heart transplants to save their lives, but they balance their storytelling with humor and whimsical things like what Prince song were they listening to in their room as they waited for the surgery, or, decorating with purple pillows and sparkles in their hospital room. And it gives this levity to something so heavy. So your interior design should be similar. And Joni, I don't remember exactly, but I do know you had little symbols at the front of each chapter. Was it hearts or like little
Roses, roses. And we
roses?
started out with just a little rose with a little, just a barely coming out of the soil. And then by
Yes.
the end, each chapter had its own rose. And then
Mhm.
by the end, we had this floribunda of this bouquet of
Yes.
roses that just said, "Woo!"
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I knew it was something very
Yes,
special, and it was something that your neighbor designed for you. So,
correct.
and so
Leslie
it wasn't
Stokes. Yes.
it wasn't, what's their name?
Leslie Stokes.
Yes, yes, beautiful. And I got to meet her at one of your events.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
so the roses make the chapters feel fun and beautiful and special. It doesn't just say chapter one and then start with chunks of paragraphs and words. It is, okay, here's a rose. It just creates this wonderful feeling for the reader. And so, for all you writers out there, you have the power to design your pages so that
Yes.
they are fun, they are happy, they are joyous, they are symbolic of your storytelling. And then, of course, the final
Yes.
chapter in your book is about the rose garden, the commemorative rose garden for Carol. So the roses just, your passed on 40-year wife, lover, friend, former nun. So, so the roses are very symbolic and meaningful in your story. Mhm.
Yes, yes. And
So,
we did the same thing with Joyously Free. We have the stars
yes,
with how would you describe that, Elizabeth? The stars with
starbursts,
yes,
starburst.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So with each
And
chapter and
mhm,
the contributors, because we had 32 contributors across the country
mhm,
for Joyously Free, and we had the Starburst. And again, this gets back to the graphic designer. We had to work with her to select something that was fun, that resonated with us, that would really make the pages attractive and enjoyable and engaging for the reader.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. And with all this, I know I'm sort of like a thousand things going through my mind with fun, but the creating of that was the fun part, and the collaboration was the fun part. To hear your ideas and Deborah's ideas and Gail's ideas and Catherine's ideas and other people, I would show them something, a friend or a family member, I'd show, and they would just give me their honest opinion of it. And I
Mhm.
love that. So I could really feel them out.
I love it. I love it. So, Joni, this week in particular, I have heard people say the word fun, and it's always in the business context. Like yesterday, when I met all these wonderful people at this networking event, they were talking about the importance of having fun, even though they're working on their businesses, but having fun outside of work is important to balance, but also while you're working. And I definitely incorporate that. When I'm in a interview with one of my ghostwriting clients, we laugh, we tell stories, we talk about other things we do outside of work, and it adds this wonderful layer of joy to everything that we do. And so it starts with an intention, because you could go into a meeting and be super serious, or sit down to write and be like grim and anxious and, oh my gosh, I have to get a chapter done. No, when you approach it with this lighthearted spirit, it removes the heaviness and the angst, and it enables you to channel that creative genius that comes, you and I believe, from spirit, from the universe, from God, goddess, angels, ancestors. It comes. clearly and in this like it heightens your creativity. You
Yes.
agree?
Yeah, totally, totally, totally. And I don't know about you, but I think it's a genetic thing in my family. We all were raised, well, my parents were all about fun in doing our chores. Yes, get the job done, but at the same time, let's have fun in the process. And I think my dad was the epitome of that. And whether it was mowing the lawn or body surfing in the ocean, it was all about the fun. And
Hmm.
if you don't have a family that has done that for you, then it's up to you to create that. And I think that's what you just said. You're the one that gets to create that fun, whatever that fun means for you.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, you know,
And
speaking of
so,
fun, when you
yeah.
write, Elizabeth, do you ever have music playing?
I usually write in silence, but sometimes I have music playing. I like silence.
Okay,
You?
okay, okay. And I do a little bit of both. And
Mhm.
so for the fun part for me is to figure out what music I want. So I have this thing called an Alexa. So I have my none better favorites. I have my joyously free favorites. I have my lesbian favorites. I have all these different favorite venues within my Alexa to play the kind of music I want. If I want piano music or if I want some instrumental music, that helps me too. But that's a part of my fun and part of the environment that comes with that. So yeah. How about any other authors that you have? What do they describe as the fun part for them?
Um, well, for a lot of people who are super busy, they have a job, they have a family, they have other commitments. It feels like luxury to take time to themselves. So that unto itself is a fun act of self-care, doing something for themselves, especially women who are in families, they have a lot of responsibilities and unfortunately take care of everybody else and then collapse at the end of the day with fatigue. So
Mhm,
that feels fun when someone can like feel the indulgence of writing
mhm.
and also just people who don't have kids, but they also have a full-time job and lots of responsibilities. They say it feels luxurious to actually take the time to write. And it does because there's so many other demands. And if you don't have a book deal where somebody's paying you to write the book and you are not making any money with your book, it can feel like, oh my gosh, I should be doing something that enriches me financially. A lot of people have that sort of mindset, which is legitimate. It can feel like you're investing in something that's not going to pay off for a long time, if ever. So that is luxurious. But Joni, I wanted to add something about having fun because what it does is, even if you're not having the most fun while you're writing, having fun outside of your writing refreshes you. It clears your energy, so it energizes you. So you come back to the keyboard or the journal or notepad, whatever you're writing on, renewed, cleared, relaxed. And
Mhm.
that's when you can get in your greatest genius zone.
Mhm. And when you're out there having fun, I think that can create um, characters or stories or other things to include in your writing. You
Yeah.
experience all these things, and it's like, "Oh, I think I'm going to put that in there, or that reminds me of something I can put in there." And
Mhm.
so, being involved in life, as I say, live every day to the max. When you're out there, then that does it too. But yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree with what you said on that.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So you're
Beautiful.
right, Joni. Every experience in life gives you more material, more insights, like the event I went to yesterday. Speech Thomas, founder of the hip hop group Arrested Development, which came out in the 90s and it was really popular. He's like a four-time Grammy winner.
Ooh.
He gave a speech about brave leadership. And everything he said was so powerful. And I walked away from that empowered with this, excuse me, new information that I can apply to everything I do. And it made me ask the question, how can I be more brave in my leadership as a publisher, as a book coach, as a ghostwriter, as my Goddess Power platform leader? And so it was really powerful. So it was fun too, because he was singing during his speech. So I was learning powerful information, but I was also having fun. So just think of everything. And so my sister and I used to say when we both had jobs that we didn't love, as writers, office jobs and stuff, um, we would say it's paid research. Because every time you're in a job, even if you don't love it, and this is really important for all you writers out there who want to be full-time authors, you're getting incredible experience, insight. So, say, for example, you work at a restaurant, you can write characters in your fiction who work in restaurants, and you'll get it correct. Because if it's not accurate, you lose credibility. Um,
Mm, mm.
so, yeah, so consider even if you're in a situation you're not loving at a job and you're not having fun, you can think about it in a more fun way by saying, wow, I'm getting insight into this industry, this experience, and I can take this with me and write about it someday. So, yeah.
Excellent. I love it. Paid research.
Yep.
Paid research.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cool
Yeah.
way to think about that.
hmm And even if you're not getting paid at a job, a relationship breakup, a situation you've coped with personally or professionally, those all are material. Those all enrich you as a writer to use that later. And it helps
Mhm,
you shift like, oh, I see the value in this. It's not just a difficult thing. I see the
mhm,
value. And then you can have a more lighthearted perspective about it when you see that,
mhm,
oh, I can
mhm,
use this sometime in my books.
mhm, mhm. Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. And it's all encompassing. It's called living, isn't it? So
Yes.
what you live is what you write, or what you write is what you live, or however that all goes. Mhm,
Yep, absolutely. So,
mhm.
Joni, is there anything else you'd like to add for everybody watching or listening about having more fun while you're writing, while you're publishing, while you're promoting your book?
For me right now, the fun is all in promotion. And
Mm.
I have book events lined up from libraries to tonight. I'm at As You Like It, a love revolution. Talk about fun. I'm going to
Oh,
be at the sex toy shop in downtown Ashland tonight.
oh,
Imagine a former nun in a sex toy shop tonight giving a presentation on authenticity, bravery, courage, confidence. And I'm going to share about intimacy when Carol and I, when she had her stroke, because we don't talk about that in our world. To talk about how do you have intimacy with somebody who has a half a working body because of a stroke? When what is beyond that besides the intimacy? How do you continue to love people? How do you continue to get past hate? How do you get past judgment? How do you forgive? How do you move? I'm sorry, I'm getting excited here. But anyways, so this is going to be fun tonight. It's a ticketed event, and we're going to have treats and sweets and raffle prizes, and we're making it a fun party. And when you have your own book launch, everybody, when you launch your book, you get to figure out what kind of party you want. That's part of the promotion. How do you want to let the world know about your book? Think of it in a fun way.
yes. So, Joni, oh my gosh, so many things there. First of all, your event tonight is going to be amazing. And as you like it, downtown Ashland is also all about education. She's got Kim Marks, the owner. She has so many books in there. She has prosthetic things that can help a person um, live their gender tr- uh,
Truthfully,
affirm.
authentically.
Yes, thank you. It's really, if you're ever in Ashland, Oregon, I think she has one in Eugene as well,
She
another
does.
shop.
She
Go
does.
there. It's remarkable. It's such a
So
great store. I know.
7:20 tonight.
Okay, if anybody's in the Ashland, Oregon area, you can stop in and meet Joni and hear her phenomenal talk. And so you also jumped to book promotion, your book signing. So for None Better, Joni, it was such a reflection of you and your fun spirit. It was at a pizzeria, your favorite pizzeria that you and Carol loved, and it had balloons, it had live music, it had roses, it had a very festive environment, friends, family, wonderful, fun. So you can make your book party whatever it needs to be, whatever you decide. And I've had amazing book parties on my birthday where I've autographed hundreds of books for friends and family in cool places. So everybody writing a book out there, let one of your incentives be the party. Because let me tell you, when your friends and family come together to celebrate you and this accomplishment, it is the best feeling, the best feeling.
It is fun for everybody. It's
Hmm.
fun for everybody because they're so honored and they feel so good about it, and you feel so good about it. It's like a double, triple, quadruple whammy of fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think that's a great way to end this, Joni. A double, triple, quadruple, double whammy of fun. Let's wish that for all of you writers out there, please have a double, triple, quadruple, double whammy of fun this weekend and always while you're writing your book. And even if you're going through reliving, describing some heavy duty moments in your life that were painful and difficult, that is therapeutic unto itself to purge it, release it, let it out, and say, celebrate, I did it. I did
Right.
it. It's here, and now it can help people when they read it. So, Joni, thank you for this wonderful topic today. Having fun writing, publishing, promoting your book. And for all of you writers out there, please visit twosisterswriting.com where you can get all of our books, learn about how I can coach you to write your book or publish your book, and read our books, write your book. And we want to wish you happy reading and happy writing. We'll see you next week.
Big hugs. Have a fun day. Whatever you're doing, have a fun day. Big hugs.
Thanks, Jo.